Hello everyone and a very warm welcome to all of you in this new webinar where we discuss about how to take control of your e-commerce activity in Europe. Well, yes, there's a lot happened in Europe, and in this last 1 year, we are here to cover the most of it. Perhaps this is Akash Chaddha, Strategic Partnership Manager at CedCommerce, and it gives me immense pleasure to host this webinar alongside with the marketplace, Cdiscount marketplace expert and a close friend of mine, Matthew.
Hi, Akash. Thank you for this introduction. Thank you for the webinar of today. So I'm really looking forward to present you our solution, our partnership in order to grow business on French market and on the European one.
Thanks a lot, Matthew, for sparing your time for our listeners. Well, listeners, just for your information, there's a box in the left-hand side by the name of Q&A. You can note down all your questions over there, and at the end of the webinar, we have a separate session for Q&A, which we'll be using it up for entertaining all the queries. Moreover, just for the ease of our French listeners, we have added subtitles in French on the bottom part of your screen, which you can view. Well, this is just for the case so that you all can understand about what we are speaking, and what I personally feel is that language should never be a barrier in this. Okay, so now moving ahead and talking about the dominance of e-commerce over the traditional shopping patterns. Well, at first, all of us need to agree that due to this pandemic, the early catalysts for the online shift were really obvious. But the disruption would have been to such an extent, no one ever wondered about that. What we have seen in the last 10 years is the growth that just happened in the 3 months. Well, yes, in the last 90 days, we have seen the growth of 10 years. And likewise, I'm speaking, the experts predict that we will see a broader online sales accelerate on a much faster level than the expectations are. Well, in Europe, or if I say specifically in Eastern and Central Europe, we have seen the most rising growth regions in terms of e-commerce. It has shown a global rise of 21.5%. Further, as seen on the maximum growth part, well, in the European countries, well, it varies technically from 19% to Denmark and to 44% in Spain itself. Now, if I talk about e-commerce in Europe, well, right now it is at an all-time high. And the reason for this is very simple and obvious. Well, the reason is us. That is, we, the buyers of the products. Yes, like I said, we, the buyers, or what I can say is like consumers. What we have done is like we have traditionally changed the way of shopping online. E-commerce right now is basically evolving, and so are the shopping patterns of all the European customers. There is a drastic shift towards the online shopping model, and well, it was pretty obvious considering the COVID era. Now, let's talk more about and see how European feels about physical brick and mortar shopping. Well, like you can see on the screen, more than 36.8% of respondents prefer that physical shops should not be allowed to reopen. Well, yes, I'll repeat that. 36.8% people believe that the shops should not be allowed to reopen. Well, it's quite clear that the opinions are technically changing. And if not today, then tomorrow, customers will have to move online. So we have to be ready beforehand in it. Now, let's talk about a bigger picture into this. Let's say that around 2.1 billion of people are basically shopping online. So what does this mean? Well, basically, it makes around 27.6% of the entire global population. So you can wonder how much crowd is coming online. Well, these are the global figures showing the dominance of e-commerce in the present scenario. Now, these figures are making it quite clear how online shopping has created a great impact on global customers. And trust me, in the coming 2021 and 2022, this will increase up to a level of more than 50 to 75%. This is really something to notice for all the listeners over there. Well, if you're not online and you're not, then trust me, you're not selling to your complete potential over there. Well, everyone talk about that move online, but what is online? Or well, if I talk about in a layman language, it is just like getting yourself an e-commerce store. But the point here is, what is an ideal e-commerce store? Like, how can I get an ideal e-commerce store? Or in the starting, what will be an ideal e-commerce store? According to me, it is something that resonates with your target audience. That's first. Secondly, it should represent your brand about what you are going to sell. And then lastly, it should include the latest e-commerce features, which is currently the trending part. Well, now since we have already discussed like what is an ideal e-commerce store, so the point comes that how can anyone move online, or why should we move online? Well, all of us must have witnessed that successful brick and mortar businesses going down into flames while or after moving online. But the reason for that is not with everyone. The reason why this occurs is the lack of proper planning and the unavailability of proper guidance from experts like us. Well, if I talk in a very generic way, you should, and in the starting, like you should have a proper server and a domain name to work upon. Then you should choose a suitable framework and a theme which should actually reflect back what your brand is and how much your budget is. Most importantly, you need to check for licensing and local tax bodies so that you can rely with them. Then the most important ingredient in the opening an online store is adding products with a really appealing content for your website. Well, this might confuse you up, so you don't need to worry about all of these. And like I said, the unavailability of from proper guidance with the experts, that has been taken care by CedCommerce, and we are here to help you up in building your own brand and setting up your own desired e-commerce store. But if I honestly speak, is moving online enough? Well, that's what not. There are many more things which needs to be done to scale your brand and let your products reach to your desired audience. Now, considering Europe, since we are today talking about Europe, Cdiscount is the best marketplace to scale your products. And for that, I have Matthew with me, who will be taking it ahead from here. Matthew, you can share your screen and start discussing about that.
Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna share my screen right now.
Yeah, please. Yes, it's perfect.
Is it great? Perfect. So thank you for this introduction, Akash. So for my part, I'm Matthew Polian Iribarren, and I'm working for CedCommerce since a bit more than 2 years now. And I'm in charge of partnership with companies, technological companies such as CedCommerce to help worldwide sellers expand their businesses in France and in Europe through our marketplace. So I'm going to start by presenting you a bit the French e-commerce and CedCommerce, of course. So here are some numbers that makes France a very, very attractive market. Like 84% of the population is between 15 and 79 years old. That's a large proportion of potential buyers. And it represents around 42 million French online consumers that shop regularly on the web. And the recent year has, of course, intensified this trend. And later, I'm going to show you like how important is CedCommerce is and how many French online buyers you can have access by working with us. So all these numbers, that makes France, that makes us the second largest European market, just after UK, but before Germany, with a global online sales revenue of more than 100 billion euro on last year, 2020. So a bit of more of history regarding CedCommerce. So CedCommerce was created in 1998 in Bordeaux, in southwest of France. Initially, CedCommerce was a retailer selling battery CDs, DVDs for less than €1. And later, we became part of a Casino Group, one of the most important mass market retail group in France. You must know Carrefour, for example. And through the years, we opened different categories, such as high-tech, household appliances, furniture, toys, and childcare, and wine, of course, because we're French. And in 2011, we launched our own marketplace. So after the marketplace launch, we enter in a second phase of services. There, for example, we start our loyalty program, Cdiscount à volonté, and other services such as mobile provider, energy provider, and Cdiscount travel, with always the aim to offer more and more services to our customers and also increase the traffic on the marketplace. So as a Cdiscount seller, you can make your product visible to our 10 million active customers, to our 22 million unique visitors per month. That means you can reach 1 out of 2 French online consumers. That's quite huge. And of course, you will be part of our 13,000 international sellers. The numbers right now, they are even more, around 15,000. And to give you more detail about our the size of our catalog, we have around like 100 million products EAN available on our marketplace from every range of products. So what's equally important, apart from the numbers, is that thanks to Cdiscount marketing activities and promotion all along the year, for example, web advertising, media exposure, you can boost your sales around various e-commerce dates. These are the global e-commerce peaks, like summer sales, winter sales, shopping season, Black Friday. But there is also specific dates such as French days, Cdiscount anniversary months in October. So to each e-commerce peaks correspond more or less some product categories. For instance, for French days, they fall at the end of April and beginning of May. So for example, outdoor products, we see a high demand. And at that time, they will have some web and media exposure from our part in order to boost those categories. And we will even dedicate them a specific area within the marketplace to have more visibility. And talking about like top categories, we can here are the top 3 on Cdiscount. So on the top position, we have like high tech. That's our best category. Mobile and computing, for example, are the prime subcategories with 36% each of market share. Then they're followed by small and major household appliances. And in third position, we have the world of home with furnitures, bedding, sofas, home decoration. But apart of the main categories, there are like several categories that have seen an impressive growth last year. Due to the lockdown, people are looking for new products categories to buy online, such as consumer goods, sports, DIY, that made an increase respectively of 33%, 39%, and 24%. People are now looking for food, fresh product, bio product even. And people are also bored, so they focus on new activities, sports, workout, DIY, and gardening. So what can I say about Cdiscount also? So as every other marketplaces, we have our own specificities. That's why we wanted to share with you 4 key of success on Cdiscount, but also on the French market. First of all, it's all about making your product visible and attractive. Once you register and you synchronize your offer, products, your catalog and your offers, thanks to the CedCommerce technology, the most important thing will be to focus on those 2 aspects. So how to make your product visible? Basically, so according to decades of our research, high quality listing affects sales positively by making it easier for customers to find, evaluate, and purchase your products. A detailed description should provide customers with enough information to allow them to compare your items with similar products and make an informed buying decision. You should invest time in your product listing to boost your natural referencing by creating a simple and complete title, for example, using the right keywords, including the type of the product, the brand, and of course, the content has to be in French. Remember, French people don't like to speak another language than French. So Make your product visible, but make it attractive is also important. You should work on the quality of the picture, the high resolution, white background. The online consumer also appreciate product in its context. So you should know that multiple and appealing images will allow them to evaluate and compare the features and suitability of your products. It will also help buyers to choose one search over another, and therefore it will boost your conversion rate. Remember that an optimized catalog generates on average 51% of additional sales. You should also add specific criteria that will help consumer to find your products through the research filters. You can add additional content such as a photo, video, tutorial, which will show the feature and usage of your products. Secondly, got the ratings. Our last study showed that 68% of consumers are more willing to buy a product with positive and negative rates. The reviews not only have the power to influence consumer decision, but they will strengthen your company credibility. They will help. They will help you to win customer trust, and they encourage people to interact with your company. You have to think about it as an opportunity for you to reassure the entire community through this privileged and authentic channel. It will obviously lead you to improve profits for your business. The third one, and my favorite, the delivery. Nowadays, this is the key of e-commerce success. You should deliver as fast as possible and offer as many transport methods as possible. A recent study made by IFOP, this is the French Institute of Public Opinion, show that 60% of online buyers are keen to abandon their purchase if the shipping options are not satisfying enough. That's huge. And that's why we can provide you with our fulfillment solution. It's similar to Amazon FBA. This is really the core pillar of our growth strategy. It will give you access to storage, packing, and shipping solution at a very competitive price. We will even handle the customer relationship for you. But that's not it. It will also give you access to our loyalty program. There are more than 2 million premium customers. It will give you access to several shipping methods, from standard to express, using our 24,000 pickup points in France. The delivery on demand, so the customer can choose the day and the hour of his delivery. And it will increase your visibility on the marketplace, and of course help you to win our customer trust. Our last studies show that the products in fulfillment show an increase of more than 80% of sales volume. Our fulfillment center will give you also the access to our external fulfillment. It will allow you to centralize your stock and to ship all your orders coming from different channels, such as Amazon or eBay, in France, but also in 20 other European countries. This is a great solution to face Brexit issue, for example. And last but not the least, how to increase your visibility. As I explained before, this is all about rich content and natural organic referencing. Keep in mind that 50% of our business is made through the search engine. So then, once you have the organic referencing, you can boost your visibility by making your products eligible to our loyalty program. That represent one out of 3 orders made on CedCommerce, because our premium customers benefit from free delivery and all the different shipping methods. And then in third part, you can sponsor your products with advertising campaigns, premium packs, but only and only when organic referencing is okay. There is no point to sponsor an incomplete product sheet, really. So internally, we have like our own web agency, which is called Commonplace, but we will soon change for CedCommerce advertising. And depending on your budget, you can choose different options. For example, some premium packs, some sponsored products, some smart coupons, Google Shopping, and you can also personalize your shop. Then, by extra services, you can have access. By being like a CedCommerce seller, you can have access to the international marketplace network, meaning that you can have really access to, without, of course, any additional cost, to 3 other marketplaces: Real in Germany, ePrice in Italy, and eMag in Romania. You will then be able to display your offer on those marketplaces and offer your products to their sellers and reach up to 230 million of European sellers without any additional fees. So now, how to get on board with us with Cdiscount? So you will have to use the affiliate link and complete the registration form, first of all. Then, once finalized, you will receive a feedback within 72 hours. In general, it's more under 24 hours. And once your account will be validated, you will have access. You will be contacted, by your dedicated account manager that will help you in the first step on Cdiscount. And you will have your access, of course, to your back office, Cdiscount back office called Seller Zone. Then you will have to set up your API credential in the CedCommerce back office, and you will be able to upload your catalog, synchronize your offers, and retrieve your first orders. So by being a seller on Cdiscount, you have like 1 monthly fee of €39.99 exclude VAT. You've got a commission on every transaction that will depend on the product's category, and you will have access to Cdiscount, our B2C marketplace, Cdiscount Pro, our B2B marketplace, and IMN, the international marketplace network. So to start subscribing, you can use, as I said before, the affiliate link here and have access and benefit from 3 months of free subscription and a dedicated account manager. And there you've got the link of our corporate website, marketplace.cediscount.com. If you want to have an eye on our marketplace, you can directly go to cediscount.com. And if you want to contact us, don't hesitate to drop us an email at info.marketplace@cediscount.com. So thank you all for listening to us. It has been a pleasure to introduce you our partnership and our marketplace. Looking forward to working with you.
Thanks, Matthew, for these wonderful insights. I am sure our listeners must have understood a lot about Cdiscount and tried to understand about how they can actually get onboarded onto it. Well, guys, as Matthew described about Cdiscount, the platform Cdiscount himself is a pretty big one. And trust me, in terms of automation, the challenges will be much more bigger. But you need not to worry. We, that is CedCommerce, would be there to help you out in every situation, wherever you need. But before moving ahead to the actual solution, let's try to understand what are the major pain points where the seller faces while creating an ideal store. At first, this comes with the scalability, where you have your products, but expanding your reach to an exact customer is a big mess for every one of us. Then we have adaptability, wherein managing multiple orders from multiple platforms is a big mess for us. Further, in terms of feasibility, there's a lot of work which needs to be done during manual uploading of products and managing it up in a central platform. Then there is a control over your products, because there is an option of underselling and overselling, so you can just face that up. Moreover, we do need a central place to establish a proper synchronization between inventory and price. Now, this is where we come into the picture. With CedCommerce, you have a leap ahead over all these challenges and all these pain points very easily. Now, in terms of CedCommerce, we provide native integrations that are directly connected to your store, and we help you to manage everything from your website itself. We provide one-click upload and management of everything in bulk. Let's say if you want to upload thousands of products in bulk, so we have a button present over there which shows about bulk upload. So you can upload thousands of products in just a single click. Then we have a product profiling wherein you can categorize your products based on the number of categories you are selling on. Let's say if you have selling on 3 different categories: electronics, footwear and clothing, so you have to create 3 different profiles, and based on that you can upload your products with the proper category mapping being done. Now, if I talk about automated import and creation and management of orders, so everything related with orders is directly managed within the CDiscount CedCommerce integration itself. Further, you get a live updates of new and rejected order with the proper inventory status and the updates being managed directly back into the integration part. We also provide an automated shipment wherein you can ship the particular order from the backend of your website itself. Moreover, most importantly, we provide 24/7 availability to all the customers who are sitting out there. There will be a dedicated POC who will be aligned to you, and that POC will be managing every of your effort which you want. Plus, we provide a real-time synchronization between marketplace and store. Now, in terms of the channels we currently support, we have Magento 1, Magento 2, Shopify, PrestaShop, OpenCart, and WooCommerce. But let's say, don't get confused that if you are not able to view your channel over here, if you're using any other framework, you can get in touch with us at support@cedcommerce.com. I'll just repeat that, support@cedcommerce.com. You can get in touch with us and we'll be there to help you out on that. Now, just giving you a quick brief about CedCommerce, we are into the business and serving to the merchants from 2010. The clients call us their best decision till date. We have successfully catered more than 30,000 plus customers. We have 800 plus products which are already live on different marketplaces and different stores. We are officially partnered with partners like Google, Walmart, Facebook, and CDiscount, and many more. Similarly, this was a high-level overview about CedCommerce. Further, I open the round for Q&A where you guys can ask your questions and we'll be happy to answer them up. Okay, so the first question which I have with me is like, what does it take to sell on CDiscount? Matthew, can you answer this up?
Sharing your question. Basically, on CDiscount, you need 3 main pieces to start selling. So a piece of ID, a company information, and banking information from the company. That's the 3 main pieces that you will need to send during your registration process in order to open and validate your account on CDiscount.
Okay. Sounds good. Matthew, I have one more question for you. That was on the Twitter. It was mostly around cross-border with CDiscount. So what are the chances that a customer can actually, like a US customer can sell on CDiscount?
They are total. All the sellers we've got today, sellers coming from 70 different countries in all around the world. So every sellers as it changes, as we are also a multi-category marketplace, every kind of product are present on our marketplace, and I would say our consumers they come to CDiscount to find like every kind of products. So everybody has a chance. As we saw, I explained before the 4 keys. As the 4 keys are respected, and for example, for US, it will be a well-managed logistics to ship the product in Europe. So I'll advise to have like a part of the stocks in Europe, for example, in our fulfillment centers or another third party, in order to be able to agilize the logistics and to ship every goods fast and efficiently to each consumers.
Okay, got it. Well, yes, Vijay, USA company can incorporate with a company in Europe like CDiscount. So there are some legalities which are present over there. So based on that, you can move ahead and start selling on CDiscount. I have one more question for me. It's by Vlad. It's saying that is it possible to stimulate ship status of from the add-on panel of Magento? Well, yes. We basically synchronize the order status, the ship status as well. So as soon as the shipment status is updated on Magento, we'll update the same status on CDiscounts and as well. I hope I have answered your question, Vlad.
I
Matthew,
see another question here.
yeah, please.
Like, does the USA company has to incorporate a company in Europe? Not necessarily, but you will need definitely a VAT number and the IOSS number in order to sell your product in Europe. It's going to be really mandatory since the starting from the 1st of July that the law in Europe is changing, and every non-European country will need like at least one VAT number. In Europe, of course.
Okay. Matthew, on Twitter, I had one question with me, which stated that is it required that the description of a product and the name of the product needs to be in French? So is it a necessity?
So yes, it is a necessity. Everything has to be in French, but no, there is like two options. Like as in our catalog, we've got like more than 100 million EAN products available. So you've got like a huge percentage of chance. That's like a huge percentage of your catalog will be automatically matched with the pre-existent product sheets. For the rest, you will have a dedicated account manager that to who you can send an extract of your catalog in your language, and it will transmit it internally to another team that can translate the catalog for you, and then you will be able to create your product in French.
Okay.
And that's obviously for free. There is no additional cost for that.
Okay. Okay. I see there is a question for you, Matthew, in this by Joris. He has mentioned it's a bit similar for me with a company based in Hong Kong. Do we need a VAT number to be in France, or we can use a simple number applied for in any other EU country? If so, what will be the tax rate, since not all EU countries have the same VAT rate? I suppose, Matthew, you're the expert here, so you can answer that up.
Okay, so that's a bit tough. It's still a bit blurry, like regarding the law. We don't have like any official information, but the thing I can tell you, it's definitely you will need at least one European VAT number, and if you want to sell in different countries in Europe, you won't need different VAT number from each country. You will need an IOSS number that will allow you, thanks to your VAT number from one European country, that will allow you to sell legally in all those countries.
Okay. Okay. I have one more question. Can you provide a link to register my company in Europe? Well, Vijay, I have your email ID with me. I'll get that addressed with my team internally. No problem. Okay. Guys, feel free to ask any question whichever you want, whether it's related with e-commerce, whether it's related with Europe, or any other marketplace which you want to entertain up. Thanks a lot, Vijay. No problem.
Yes, thanks, Vijay.
Uh, I
And,
suppose
to
there are a lot of
clarify better in a VAT,
yeah.
uh, that's complicated to be more specific, because today, as I told you, like there is no official data. We are not a VAT provider. We are just the marketplace. So what I can tell you is just like the information that I got, I found like on internet or internally, but definitely at least one VAT number, European VAT number, and the IOSS number. You can look at it like on internet. In order to have like this IOSS number, you will need firstly to have the VAT number. So, for example, if you want to sell on CedCommerce in France, you can get like a French VAT number, then get your IOSS number, and be able to sell on other European countries.
Okay. I have one more question by Shan. If we have French VAT, then we can sell anywhere in Europe. Is that right, Matthew?
You will need this IOSS number. You will need. Yes, yes, like on the last message. Yeah,
Okay.
it's correct, Chan.
Hari, I'll get that address to you as well. I'll forward the link to you as well. Okay, I have a question by Priyanka. She has asked. The question is about the products that can be sold in Germany in particular. The product is textile and food. How things will follow if we go with your service? Okay, so Priyanka, stating it up like you must be selling those products on some or the other e-commerce website, right? So considering that, what we can do is like we can directly integrate your website with CDiscount as a marketplace and offer CDiscount with the products which you hold in your catalog. And then based on that, we'll provide you a complete synchronization wherever any order which is placed on CDiscount will be placed back into your e-commerce store, and you can ship the product from your e-commerce store, and that will be replicated to CDiscount as well. I hope I have answered your question, Priyanka. Okay.
Okay, like for the last question, we can share with you some links, but that's just the only thing we can do. Like we don't have like more information of that. That's just informative topics. So we can share with you like some detail about the IOSS number, some links, and then you will be able to have all the information you're asking.
I have one more question, Matthew. It's by Susage. It's a very important question. What's the shipping time frame allowed by CDiscount?
So the shipping time is divided in two in our system. You've got like the preparation time, so the time to prepare the order. So this is between 1 and 5 days maximum. And additionally, you add the shipping time. That's between, depending on your country, if you're shipping from France, it's between 1 and 3 days. If you're shipping from a European country, it's between 2 and 5 days. And if you're shipping like from a non-European country, it's between 2 and 10 days. So meaning that, for example, if you're shipping from, we'll say, Germany, and you put 2 days of preparation time, you're gonna have between 4 and 7 days of shipping time. So you got to have the preparation time that you can choose, the shipping time that is depending on your localization, and that will make the final delivery time.
Okay. So let's say, Matthew, if there is a customer who is selling from USA and he's selling in CDiscount in French, so how many days will he have to ship the product?
It will be so the shipping will be between 2 and 10 days, and its preparation time, you can choose it. So if you choose, for example, 5 days, the maximum, it will be delivery time between 7 and 15 days. And of course, we are talking in working days. So
Yeah. Okay. Got it. I
it
hope
can be between 1 week and more than 2
understood.
weeks.
So I hope to such your question has been answered. Thanks a lot. Okay. Well, yes, I see there's a lot of queries about iOS's number. So what I'll be doing is in the follow-up email, I'll be sending down the links for the registrations to all of you, so that all of you are aware about how to get the number and from where to get that registered. We'll do it in a day or two. So keep checking on your emails as well. Okay, I have one more question by Eno. She has asked, delivery is not guaranteed anymore by transporters in France. Matthew?
No, they do. They do. Like you're shipping from which country? Because no, the delivery, the French, the transporters, they do deliver the products, and yes, and if you have like as we explained, if you have any issue with the logistics, don't hesitate to use our fulfillment centers that we can provide a delivery from all your marketplaces, all your business, and in Europe, in 21 European countries. So that can be like really help to just leave us this part of your job, and you just focus on your sales.
Okay. Well, in concern of VAT, we'll address that. Yes, there were some issues with VAT, so we'll address that in the follow-up email. We'll send down all the required documentation for that, and for that you can refer to that links.
No, and regarding the VAT, we don't manage it. But we can introduce you to some partners that can help you out in this with this topic. And yes, you're right. Like all the threshold, we are going down to 10K in few months, 1st of July, for every country, European countries.
Okay. Where do we stand on UK? So if a customer is selling from UK to CDiscount, how many days, Matthew?
Sorry?
If a customer is selling from UK to CDiscount, so how many days will it take to ship the product?
It depends. It depends on every depend on what has been settled. But like for example, like you say, like if we store a good with CDiscount, will you deliver to other European countries? Yes, we do. There is like 21 European countries. You can see them on our corporate website, like marketplace.cdiscount.com, and we can offer every kind of shipping. So we can it can be express delivery, it can be in pickup points that's really used in France. It can be just normal, like Colissimo. It's very good.
Okay, got that. Any other questions which you guys have with you? Feel free to ask.
CDiscount send goods to UK. So due to the Brexit, now we stop UK. But like in the next weeks, next months, we're gonna start again to ship to UK. Yes.
I think that's a wonderful news for our UK listeners. Okay. Do you take hazardous goods? I suppose no. Right, Matthew?
Hazardous goods. I don't have the word in French. In French, sorry. I'm gonna check. Yeah, the hazardous, dangerous products. It's a possibility, yes, but you will need to have all the a security sheet that is going with, like to, for example, if you can, if it can burn, you will need like all the details, specific details in English and in French also.
Okay. Okay.
What
are the best
products selling products on CDiscount? As we saw in the presentation, it's like we've got like 3 main categories. So high tech, also household appliances. We've got the world of home, furniture, decoration, sofa, etc. But we are multi-specialists, so we've got like a lot of good categories. Like, just to let you know, we focused in, we divided in 14 teams internally, that each team is dedicated to one or group of category. So that's the you can find everything regarding the wine. You can find the childcare, and say fashion. You can find every kind of produce really. And the most fastest growing one would be the garden, the DIY, sports, universe, for example.
Okay.
Everything, regarding beauty and care also. That's works really well.
I suppose we don't have any new questions here, Matthew. Guys, if you have any other questions, please feel free to ask. I'll hold the webinar for another couple of minutes, and then we'll call it a wrap. Just extending my thank you to all of you for staying till the last. I really appreciate your patience. Thanks a lot, everyone. I see one more question. Yes, the webinar is recorded. Yes, and we'll be sending it. The recording link will be live on YouTube itself, so you guys can go and have a look on that as well. In the follow-up email, we'll be sending down to you all the assets, both the presentations which I and Matthew shared, along with the documentations, and as promised, the 20% discount link for the CDiscount integration would be shared to you on your email ID. So yes, keep an eye on your email itself.
Yes, and of course, from our side, you will benefit from the first 3 months of free subscription on the monthly fees in order to settle well your account and start your sales normally. And you will have like a dedicated account manager here to help you out in your first steps.
That's really wonderful, Matthew. Okay. So thanks a lot, guys, for joining us. Thank you, Matthew, for sparing your time for our listeners.
Thank you, Akash. Thank you, everybody. It was great to presenting you our partnership, really.
Indeed. We'll see you in some other webinar. Thanks a lot, Matthew. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Take care. Cheers.